Welcome to Top of the World News. I'm Jim Lynch. Please like and subscribe. Please follow me on all forms of social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. The Backstage page still up and running. Give it a check out. Still trying to option out the screenplay. Hopefully that happens sooner rather than later. What I wanted to talk about today is something that's a little more specific. I tend to talk more in general terms in both this forum, the Business Development Forum, as well as my Disability Advocacy Forum. I hope you're watching both shows on a weekly basis. But I want to talk about a little more specifics this week because of the climate that we're currently living in. And this is something that I've always believed, and it was something that has been kind of drilled into my head from previous bosses and previous supervisors. And it's kind of in business, the best time to go fishing is when everyone else decides not to. Fact number one. In this current climate, in the current COVID world, things have changed. Business is slower for most than what it was before March of 2020. And while I do think we are coming out of things, weather's getting warmer. People are wanting to get out and do more things. And the last thing that they may be thinking about is looking to market their business. So even if we come out of this COVID situation that we're in and things do return to normal, you're going to be walking right into, smack dab into the summer season and sun and sand and surf and mountains and vacations and all that. So with that in mind, it's a good time to actually step up your marketing efforts until Labor Day, not the other way around. So what sales professionals, what business development professionals are dealing with is sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy. We decide in our own minds that there's slow periods, whether it has to do with COVID or it has to do with the summer or holiday season, things of that nature. So we cut back on the marketing and lead generation. So what's the point? So the phone stops ringing. You're getting less and less of that. So now the phone stops ringing. So you say, well, there's not as much revenue coming in. Therefore, it's a bad time to advertise. So you cut back on things even further. So now the phone rings less and less. And you're in that ever-continuing cycle. And you sit there and you justify it by saying, oh, well, we were right all along. No, you're wrong. Wrong, 1,000 times wrong. At this point, there needs to be more aggressiveness on your part, or if you're a larger company, your marketing department's part, which goes complete 180 from what I just outlined to you. When your competition is pulling back, for whatever the case, they're not putting out as many fishing lines, you need to put out another line. Get some fresh bait, go fishing. Now, there might be, in fairness, there might be fewer fish in the pond. but the competition's gone. So the fish that are there are hungry and will be more responsive to what it is that you have to offer. It's going to minimize the tire kicker, so to speak. Now, if you look at it from the flip side, if you look at it from the client side, again, if they're pulling back for whatever reason, COVID, summer, holidays, what have you, whatever the reason is, you know, in a COVID environment, maybe they don't have the funds available for your product or service, so they'll wait until such time that they feel that we're coming out of this, and they'll look to market then. They're going to spend their dollars everywhere except with you. If the weather's getting warmer and, you know, people are out vacationing, they're going to want to spend their time and their money everywhere except with you. So if you have someone who is responding to a product or service that you offer, is calling you, which is number one, if I haven't made this clear before, is the number one buying signal that they're calling you or they're responding to a piece of marketing that you put out, then they are interested in buying. They are going to buy from someone. It's up to you to make them buy from you. They're going to be, as I said earlier, they're going to be more motivated than the typical tire kicker. A lot more motivated. So again, if they're calling you or they're responding to a piece of marketing material when they have limited funds because of COVID, or they could be at the beach, then they are going to buy from someone. The question is, can you make it so they buy from you? Now, there is another part to this self-fulfilling prophecy, and that's you. We've all talked about things from the client side. Well, they're not buying because it's COVID. They're not buying because the summer's coming. They're not buying because it was Easter and you know, they were meeting with family for the holidays. BS, BS, BS. Okay? And are you falling into that BS trap? Are you not willing to market because we're in a COVID environment? Are you not willing to do the extra marketing because you'd rather be at the beach? Are you not doing the extra marketing because it's Easter time, or because it's Christmas time, or because it's the kid's graduation, whatever the case may be? Is it you? Again, there are clients out there that are ready to buy. There may be less of them, but there are clients out there ready to buy. Are you ready to sell to them? Have you shut down mentally? If you don't truly believe in the marketing concept that you have because of timing, and this is indeed the worst time to market, then it's not going to work. The fish will bite the hook, but you're not ready to reel in. At that point, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money. But also remember, if you're not ready to reel in, there's someone else who's going to be ready to reel that person in. Again, that person is going to buy. The question is, are they going to buy from you? Are you ready to reel in? Fewer fish in the pond, but they're hungrier, they're plumper, and they're bigger than they have ever been. So will you be the one to hook them, or will somebody else be the one to hook them? Now, I understand this is easier said than done. There are many people that I've worked with over the years who know the nuts and bolts of their business, but they struggle with some of the ancillary things. If I have a client who is making widgets, they're an expert in making the widget. They make the finest widget known to man, but they have no idea how to market or sell it. And that is what's keeping their business from going to the next level. If you are that person and you are listening to what I've said to you over the last almost 12 minutes, give me a call. Reach out to me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Reply in the comment section here. Reach out to me. Ask me how I can help. Okay, I will come to your office. I will guarantee you that your sales will improve via my sales training techniques, whether they be in-person techniques or developing some sort of training program that you guys can implement yourselves. But I promise you that your sales will improve with my marketing techniques. So give me a call today. You'll be happy you did. That's all for today. We'll see you guys next week. And I hope this tip puts you guys on top of the world too. Give me a call.